2 touchdowns. That's 6 on the year for Baker Mayfield. 2-0 the Bucs are, and they just beat one of the NFC favorites, the Detroit Lions. Shady McCoy keeps it real if that's one thing this man does. So, Shady, keep it real with your boy. Baker, I know you've had your doubts, but after another strong outing, has Baker Mayfield finally earned your respect? He beat the Detroit Lions.
Yo, his respect is
in Detroit.
Is gaining on me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm honest about Baker Mayfield. I don't dislike him. I love his commercials, right? I think he's a tough player. He plays with that attitude. I like the attitude he plays with. I wish a lot of players I play with had that attitude he has. Yeah. But as a quarterback, he's got to be honest. He wasn't very good with the Browns, right? Then you go to Carolina. I don't know how you get another chance to start, but that's a whole other conversation. That didn't go well. Then he goes to the Rams. He had a good game. I guess everybody's so surprised how well prepared he was in the short time he got with him. Okay, then he goes to the Bucs, and he's playing solid. Out of the 12 wins as a Buccaneer, half of those wins are against Bryce Young twice. He beat them twice. Jaden Daniels once. Justin Fields once. Will Levis once. And Desmond Ridder once. So as we look at all his wins, right, because I'm not hating him, but telling you what it really is. Even against the Lions, he showed tremendous heart and grit, right? But he didn't, like, super wow me. Y'all be talking to me like he's wilding me, right? All I'm saying is, when you're a number 1 pick overall, you get these type of opportunities, though. We just had a whole conversation about Bryce Young. Now, what's the difference, right? Because Bryce Young didn't play. He didn't start his career off playing well, right? And they benched him already. Where who knows, the next 4 or 5, maybe 6 years later, he might be a player. The same thing with Sam Darnold, all these other quarterbacks. All I'm saying is that it's a privilege to be the number 1 pick overall because you see the luxury of that.
Get a lot of
where
chances.
you could be not that good and get all these extra chances. A guy like Carson Wentz, he left Philadelphia, was with the Colts, was not good at all. Yeah. Then he goes to the Washington Commanders, was worse. Yeah. What happens with him? He's another opportunity to play in this league. So all I'm saying is that I'm not hating on Baker Mayfield, but it's like we forget that he was the number 1 pick in the whole draft. Think about that. And that draft, Chase, because you're a quarterback, you know what's going on. Lamar Jackson was in that class, and so was Josh Allen. And we hold these dudes to the super crazy standard. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Baker Mayfield, you can have 100-plus yards, 175 yards, and make a couple scrambles. Y'all win some games, and we praising him. That's all I'm trying to say, Acho. And I've said it. I ain't get loud. I ain't yell. I'm actually talking to y'all because I want y'all to see how I see it. I think Baker is a good quarterback, but let's stop acting like he is a superstar because he is not that.
Yeah, I don't think he's a superstar yet, but he has gained a lot of my respect, and I've always respected. Now he's starting to get my respect on the field. Let's see this graphic we got here, because in the NFL, for me, it's what have you done for me lately? The last 10 games, like you got to put some respect on Baker Mayfield's name. 8-10, 22-6 pass touchdown. Sorry, 8-2, 22 pass touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's throwing the ball, 261 yards a game. It's not like he's holding the football. And the most important stat to me is, can you win ball games? Since December of last year, Baker Mayfield has 8 quarterback wins, tied for the league lead with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
God.
I'm just saying he's winning football games. That's a real stat. That not out of thin air. More than Jared Goff, more than Brock Purdy. So at the end of the day, he's earning my respect by the way he's playing lately. What have you done for me lately? We can talk about what he did in Cleveland and the Rams,
Can I ask you one question before
and the
James
Panthers.
goes?
But at the end of the day, when he does that,
one real question, real quick. If he was a black quarterback and his career started how it started, you think he'd have a chance to start for the Bucs?
yes.
Oh, okay.
James, any words?
I'm talking about the NFL. I'm talking about NFL.
I just think the main thing when it comes to Baker is the standard. What is the standard for Baker Mayfield? Because does Jalen Hurts win?
Not lately, but yes.
A lot of wins, more than the losses.
Right.
Does Lamar Jackson win?
Yes.
Of course.
A lot of wins, more than the losses. And them dudes take a lot of heat. We are not coming up here saying, have they earned our respect because of the standard, right? We hold them up here. We think they legit quarterbacks, elite quarterbacks, the standard. With Baker Mayfield, we don't hold him up there. So respect-wise, like, if you could play average and still find ways to win, because you did make it in the playoffs average last year. You were 9-8. So if you can play average, I still think it's the standard. So for his standard, sure, he's earned everybody's respect.
It's interesting. I guess my thought process is Baker has, I think, 2 playoff wins. 2 playoff wins. I think that's the same as Dak Prescott. I think that's the same as Lamar Jackson. I think that's the same as more than Kirk Cousins. It's just interesting where we put Baker compared to what he has or has not accomplished, depending on how
They grade them harder, don't they? They grade them other guys harder.
Exactly right about that. When we is it a real 2-0? I mean, Ravens fans.
Don't act like you don't believe. Do not act like you don't believe.
Look, Chase, I've been talking to these Ravens fans, and they said they should have won the game if not for an inch.
Yeah.
And Bengals fans will tell you, TJ Houshmandzadeh most
loud.
notably, that if not for a defensive PI call, pass interference, the Chiefs would have lost that game as well. But here's what's interesting, and I love when this happens. James Jones to my left said something yesterday that I got to check him on. Let's hear it.
Man.
All right. What he said.
But no, man. Come on now.
No what?
You asking me, are they that much better than everybody else? No.
no.
He keep doing it. He keep doing it.
No. Come on, man. The Ravens lost to them by a toe. The Bengals were better than them on this football field today.
So the Chiefs are 2-0, but as James Jones said yesterday, the Ravens lost to him by a toe. If y'all forgot, Isaiah Likely, tight end, back of the end zone, his toe was barely out of bounds. The Chiefs won because of a defensive pass interference call. So, James, it had me wondering, and I'll ask you today with the whole world watching, are the Chiefs lucky or are they actually elite?
Can I tell you one thing before you go? First and foremost, I hated your shirt yesterday. And I hated your tape. Carry on. Just so you know that.
You like it better today?
I hate your shirt and I hate your tape. Just so you know.
Yes, it is.
You like the pink one better today? I feel that, man. I know how you feel about Andy Reid, so, you know.
I'm sort of wearing the same shirt.
I hated your
shirt. And you're ugly.
You know?
Oh, my Lord.
And you got bad breath.
All of that. Oh, man, y'all are fools. Lucky. Lucky. Are the Chiefs lucky? That's what you're asking?
Yeah, are the Chiefs lucky or elite?
Lucky.
Come on, James.
Don't say lucky. Don't do it.
You know, another thing that they say is luck favors the prepared. That's what they say. You are telling me you're asking me, is the two-time champions going for a three-peat?
Yes, sir. That's what they want.
Lucky? Absolutely not. Do they have a little luck on their side? Sure. But they are not lucky. They go out here and win these football games and make the plays when they have to win the football games. On offense or defense, right? And that's the biggest thing that stands out to me. Patty could stink, they win. Patty great, they win. They can't run the ball well, they win. They play weak on defense, they win. They play good on defense, weak on offense, they win. They find a way to win. If they got to outcoach you, they outcoach you. If they got to outplay you, they outplay you. The Chiefs just find a way to win. I understand people want to go to the penalties, and they want to go to this, and they want to go to that. But the Chiefs always seem to find a way to win. Luck favors the prepared. The Chiefs are always one of the most prepared football teams, and they find a way to win. With 11 seconds, with a minute and 11 seconds, or with a quarter left, they find a way to win. So lucky? No.
This is another one of your questions that you're probably thinking on the way in. You're reading X or Twitter or Tweetverse and like, oh, they're lucky. Come on, man.
Come on.
They are elite, bro. The Chiefs team is already a dynasty. I don't care what they do this year. They're going for a three-peat, never been done before, all right? The Chiefs can beat good teams when they are at their absolute worst. We talk about the 0-2 Bengals and the 0-2 Ravens. Both of those teams were supposed to challenge the Chiefs for the AFC crown. Okay? They beat them both. I don't care how they beat them, they did it. The Chiefs have won the AFC West for 8 straight seasons.
God.
Mahomes has been a starter for 6 years. This is his 7th. Since he's been a starter, KC has won 4 AFC championship games and 3 Super Bowls. They have been to the AFC championship game all 6 years as a starter. What else do you want? Okay, their Mahomes' career record is 8-2 versus the NFC's best. 4-0 versus 49ers. They're the best team. They're 4-0. Mahomes' career versus AFC's best. They're 5-1 versus the Ravens. They're 4-3 versus the Bengals. Mahomes is 30-5 versus the AFC West. 30-5. Last season, lost Tyreek Hill. We ain't doing it. Worst Mahomes season in the history of him as a starter. They had MVS, they had Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, who has like stumps for arms. He can't catch worth nothing. McCole Hardman, Richie James, Justin Watson, nothing. Okay? What'd they do? They won another Super Bowl. Like, what are you talking about? And no, the refs, if I hear another person on Twitter tell me that the refs are on the Chiefs' side, I'm going to freak out. They end up beating you, and they put you into submission, and they do it over and over and over. And you know why? Because they have the best coach in the history of the game, and that's Andy Reid. I got so many stats up in here that I can read you. Like, what do you want me to do? I get fired up. Go to the graphic, Colvin. Go to the graphic. Because I get fired up. Don't even think that I'm a homer or not. Chiefs in charge. Most 11-win seasons in the NFL since 2018. Chiefs have 6.